now it's going. Okay. Goodness gracious. I've had a day. My video stopped when my alarm went off, and then I was like, I'll have to edit it together. But I don't have anything to edit on my phone. It booted it off my phone, I guess, because I had too much stuff on it. I'm not being loud enough. I'm gonna read this. I taped my book up, so I don't know. It looks a mess, but it's not falling apart, at least now. Grasp without reach. This is My Utmost for His Highest by Oswald Chambers. Where there is no vision, the people cast off restraint. Proverbs 29:18. There is a difference between an ideal and a vision. An ideal has not moral inspiration, a vision has. The people who give themselves over to ideals rarely do anything. A man's conception of deity may be used to justify his deliberate neglect of his duty. This is really interesting because it's about Jonah. Jonah argued that because God was a God of justice and of mercy, therefore everything would be all right. I may have a right conception of God, and that may be the very reason why I do not do my duty. But wherever there is vision, there is also a life of rectitude, because the vision imparts moral incentive. So that's like righteousness or right actions, rectitude. I looked that up. I'll probably put the definition below. Ideals may lull to ruin. Take stock of yourself spiritually and see whether you have ideals only or if you have vision. But a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? Where there is no vision. When once we lose sight of God, we begin to be reckless. We cast off certain restraints. We cast off praying. We cast off the vision of God in little things and begin to act on our own initiative. That is what happened to me. If we are eating what we have out of our own hand, doing things on our own initiative without expecting God to come in, we are on the downward path. We have lost the vision. Is our attitude today an attitude that springs from our vision of God? Are we expecting God to do greater things than He has ever done? Is there a freshness and vigor in our spiritual outlook? That's really good. Hope. That's what I'm holding on to, hope. It's when I lose all hope is that, like, you just don't care, and it's just like all gonna be horrible forever, which I feel like it's Satan really that puts that thought in your head. I watched Joyce Meyer talking about hope, and she actually has like a little jail, because there's a verse that says to be a prisoner of hope. And then there's a verse, and she had a big anchor, because he's the anchor of our hope. And so she does these things. I like the cool things Joyce Meyer does to illustrate her sermons. And so when she's talking about hope, she has the jail cell and she has the giant anchor. And so Jesus is the anchor of our hope. And that's why I always say, I hope things to be sorted out here on earth. I really do. I hope and pray towards that with my kids, with my daughters. But if not, it'll be sorted out in heaven. You know, I hope for it to be now. So, yeah. And I kind of like had a doctor's appointment today, and that's when I was trying to do my video really fast, and then my alarm for me to go catch my Lyft ride to the doctor's office went off, and it stopped my video. And then I was trying to find, I don't even have uh, my app on my phone, the Filmora. I had Filmora on my phone anymore to edit anything. I was gonna splice it together. I'm like, it's easier for me to just make another video. No editing. I'm not doing any editing right now. I may get to that eventually. Maybe I will. I don't know. I'm busy right now. I'm excited and getting ready to go. And so they're changing my thyroid medicine levels. And I thought it was kind of neat. The doctor said to me today, it's because you're losing weight. And I was like, oh, really? She was like, don't be worried, because they lowered it. They did a blood test, and then they said it's too high, so we're going to lower it. And then 6 weeks, come back, we'll test your blood again. And they tested it again, and then they called me, and I also made an appointment today, and said, they said, we're lowering it more. And she said today that it's because I'm losing weight. And I also discussed with her my moods and stuff, and I discussed with her about possibly going on medication, but I'm not going to right now, because again, I feel like it's situational. Right before I lost my health insurance from the divorce, I lost my health insurance. When I went to my psychiatrist and had explained to her, yeah, that I was depressed and this is all that I was going through. It wasn't all of my kids. It was basically my older kids. And she said, this is a situational depression. You know, it wasn't a bipolar depression. And at that point, I wasn't sure. I was tapering off. I got off my antidepressants right around, I'm not sure when. I think it was 2016, because things did get better when I got out of the situation, moved out of the house with my ex, where all the toxicity was going on. I don't want to go into it a lot, but it was a whole. My ex was involving others in it. It was a whole situation, and I had to move out of the house, and things initially got better, but then the other kids started shunning me too. But my other daughters anyways. The youngest too. So that was kind of good that it wasn't like she was just like, it's because you're losing weight, so you're gonna naturally need less thyroid medicine because you're losing weight. And so I'm waiting. I don't think I'm going to go on antidepressant again right now. Like I said, I tapered off and got off of it. And also I talked to her about BetterHelp. I have done BetterHelp online before. But the problem with that, it was when I came here in 2020, is they still have to be licensed in the state you're in. And I was about to leave here. And I was like, I'm going to be in California. And then I liked it that they would let you change if you didn't like the counselor you picked. but also I didn't seem to find someone like I had in Georgia that I clicked with. So that. And another thing I decided today, because I was listening to the Crappy Childhood Fairy. She's good. I'll put her link below. Crappy Childhood Fairy. And she talks about the 12 steps. And that's the other book I read is based on the 12 steps. So what I want to do is start going to a codependence group, like a CODA group or something like that. And so she was talking about that today. Maybe we'll put the link to that video below. So that is all that's going on with me. I'm taking care of things, and things are coming together. And I sold my RV. I'm delivering it with a friend on Saturday. And then I'm going to get a vehicle to replace that. That is what I will drive to Denver. And I'm being concerned that I haven't gotten that much more stuff. I just bought this for myself for Mother's Day. But I've been concerned that all my stuff will fit in my vehicle that I get. But I think it will, because I came up here from Georgia with everything I own in my car. So I'm going to get something probably a little bit bigger than that. And I've been collecting more stuff, but I've been getting rid of stuff too. So, I still think I have about the same amount of stuff, and I think it will all fit in whatever I find. And I'm not sure what I'm going to get. You guys, if you have suggestions, I don't think I'm going to get something that could tow. I thought about maybe I'll get something that can tow, so that like next year, if I get a little vintage camper or something. But I don't think I'm going to worry about that right now, because I'm not sure what I'm going to get or how long I'm going to keep what I get now. I might just keep it 2 years, like I didn't even have Sonny 2 years. So that was like a year and a half. I bought him in October 2020. So it would be 2 years in October. But anyways, comment below of what you think, what vehicle should Red get. I'm going to get like a Jeep and a tent or something like that. I might get a Jeep and I'll use a tent when I travel, or I'll get an Airbnb when I travel, or whatever. We know that people can sleep in their cars. This we know. So I guess that's about it. Let's see. Anything else? Happy Monday. Love you. Bye.